Is it on? Is this thing on? Are you sure? I can't see shit.
So if you've ever wondered if this is like actually what Michelle is like, legit it is.
It's true.
She's like this pretty much all the time, which is why we love her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a mess. Alright, so we're doing Krista and Megs again today. And I'm going to show you guys how to do a smoky eye. Megs wanted me to do a smoky eye on her and show her how to use her own makeup. So her eyeshadow palettes are right here. I'm not pointing to her female parts. See, this is her stuff that she's brought.
Yeah.
I'm going to show her how to use it to do a smoky eye. This is also a good trick because Megs has smaller almond shaped eyes that often can be a little bit difficult to do a lot of colors on, right?
Yes. And normally when I do like fun, pretty makeup, I'm getting ready with Krista, who is amazing, big, pretty, can put eyeshadow on for hours. And I'm like, okay, there's some color there, but you can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you guys a way to do a smoky eye on her eye shape. So if you have Megs' eye shape, tune in. Or if you just want to know how to do this, just keep watching.
Or if you just like watching Michelle's videos.
Because I'm
stay
funny.
tuned.
Right, exactly. Stay tuned. Alright, so the first trick is always start off with a base. So you're going to want to use an eyeshadow base. Any primer that you have is good. Make sure it's an eyeshadow primer, not a face primer. And this one I'm using is by Clinique. It has a little bit of pigment in it, so that's why I like it. Okay? So I start by putting it on my hand. I'll just put a generous amount on there. I probably won't use all that. I might. We'll see. I don't know. I apply this with my phalange. How are those contacts doing?
I like them.
Am I moving them around?
No.
So the trick with this is you're going to do the entire eye. You do a nice thin layer, and when you think it's blended, just keep blending because it's probably not. Okay. Other side, same thing, nice thin coat. Put it all over the eye. Make sure that you kind of go in both directions with the skin so that you're hitting all sides. I'm going to start off by using a fluffy concealer, a fluffy crease brush. Looks something like this. It's big, fat, has a big end on it. Okay, start off with this guy. And you're gonna wanna use a shade that's a little bit darker than than your skin tone. This is what we're gonna use. And you're gonna buff out the crease area, okay? This will help you blend the colors, especially for a smoky eye. And since she's doing we're doing somewhat of a little bit of a darker smoky eye, I chose a crease color that has a little bit of warmth to it so that it helps with the blending. And it won't make her look dead. She won't look like she was popped in the face.
Important.
That's important. So, and this is what, BH?
Yeah.
BH, okay? So when you blend out the crease, if you have like a smaller almond shaped eye, you're going to want to go in where your natural crease is. So, a little bit underneath the brow, not exactly on the lid. And then what I do is over here in the corner, I kind of shoot this little V area right here. So now I took another shade, which is just a slightly different shade, but it's very close to the one I was working with, just to create some depth. This is how you blend out so that things will blend a little bit more cohesively. You're going to use shades that are similar and you layer them on top of each other. So I'm just going to kind of deepen this area. This brush has a smudger crease thing on the other side, which is what we need. So people have a common misconception if your eyes are small not to go on the bottom. That is the case if you want them to look wide and open and everything like that. However, if you're doing a smoky eye, open your eyes. Lining underneath here is actually going to make them look a tad bit bigger, and it's going to give you that drama that you're looking for without making you look like you were beat up. Because you're going to be able to extend the eye just a tad bit out longer. So I actually made a little V with the color, and you start from the bottom and you're going to extend it out that way. And I used the same colors that I used on your lid for the crease, so they're matching. See, you just start at the bottom, work your way underneath, and then you're going to kind of wing it a little bit. I also sort of fill in a little bit in here if I'm noticing that the colors are not, you know, cohesively blending together. I zoomed in so you can see better, okay? Can you hear me over there? So I'm going to continue to blend this out a little bit. Close your eyes, babe. Just to sort of blend it all together. And I use the fluffy crease brush to blend because it's just a lot easier. Okay?
No, not okay.
Why not?
No.
Alright, so now for our last step here, we're going to turn this into the smoky eye that you have requested. So I'm using the BH Cosmetics palette. I'll show you guys the colors at the end. Take it on your phalange, okay? And you're going to use this on the eye. So I'm going to press and pat it in. Don't worry so much about the blending right now. We'll be able to blend that later. Press and pat, ladies and gentlemen. Press and pat. So if you can tell, I've left the inner corner open a little bit because I'm going to put a lighter color in there so that it actually helps a little bit more with blending. Okay. Pressing and patting motions again. I would try to get as close to the lash line as possible, but there's tricks with that as well, so if you can't get too close, don't worry. Now I'm going to have to use my left hand a little bit. This is where being a makeup artist that's ambidextrous helps a little bit. Using your fingers to apply the product will make it a lot more, it'll keep the sparkle in there, so it makes them a lot more vibrant, and it actually helps you blend it a little bit better, especially if there's a lot of fallout. With these products there's a little bit, so it helps you to be able to blend it without all the fallout. So here's my secret key. I'm going to take another shade that's much lighter than the one I put on, but it's still in that color family, right? And I'm going to push this into, like if her eye were to be opened, where her pupil is, I'm going to push this color right there. So kind of close. See what I told you guys about earlier about blending the colors? You're going to use a lighter and a darker and a lighter. You're going to want to stay kind of in the same color family, and that helps a lot with the blending. So if you can build it up slowly, that's the best way to go. Once you lay down those blending colors underneath, all the rest is history. It's just, you can use any colors that you want, and you can pretty much get this done. So you're just going to concentrate this lighter shade right in the middle, and you can blend it with your fingers. And if you wanted it like super vibrant, then you could put a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on your fingers, and then also continue to build up that color, okay? So for my last trick, I'm going to take a little smudger brush here, okay? And I'm going to use something similar to what we have on this lighter shade right here, but not the same. And I'm going to place it right in this inner corner where I left it free of product. That'll also help pop the eye, and it will help it so that it doesn't look like it's closed. Try to do underneath as well. And blend it into your bottom shades that you already have going. It really helps open up that eye. So the last step is going to be mascara, and we'll see then if we need a liner. Okay? If you want to get a little funky, you can also add a sparkle, like a glitter, to the middle as well, which would also look bomb. Okay. So I also recommend putting mascara on the bottom lashes as well. So the trick is just let the top ones dry a little bit before you start adding on the bottom. With Megs, I'm pretty much used to her eye shape already, so I can do it without her having to look up. But generally, when you do mascara on the bottom lashes, you want to look up and then kind of do it, which makes it very hard to do at home. Now, for this stage in the game, you can decide whether or not you want to add liner or whatnot. I personally don't think that we should because I think it looks good the way that it is, but I will let you see for yourself.
I like it.
You like it?
I do.
I think if you add a liner, a lot of times it closes the eye a little bit, and then we will lose a lot of the definition that we made with the purples. But there it is. Cosmic Smoky Eye, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye!